Hello crime fighters, I'm Ray the DA and this is Straight Talk. Today I want to talk to you about those repeat felony offenders who were charged with crimes in Lexington during just November of this year. There are too many crimes being committed in Lexington against our law-abiding citizens, and far too many are committed by these repeat offenders. You see, repeat offenders should really be in prison or jail, not back on our streets. Unfortunately, that's what happens to most of the convicted criminals who go through our court system here in Kentucky. Our judges just probate them and put them right back on our streets. And the revolving door we call the court system just goes around and around and around and around. Our citizens, who are the victims of what our legislature has called nonviolent property crimes, are becoming outraged. I hear that from them constantly. They're angry. And why shouldn't they be angry? After all, we all pay taxes to our state government and expect our government and courts to do what they're supposed to do, protect our safety and our security. So do you want facts? First, what about these repeat felony offenders? Why, just in November, there were 44 persistent felony offenders arrested, and they had a total of 599 prior criminal convictions. That averages about 14 prior convictions each. And guess what? They're still on the street. They ought to be in jail. Well, what about so far this entire year for 2013? 402 persistent felony offenders were arrested on our streets once again. How many prior criminal convictions did this bunch of hoodlums have? 6,065. That's a whopping 15 prior criminal convictions each. Why should they be on our streets? Well, you'll just have to ask our judges that one. Why aren't these prolific and predatory criminals in jail or prison? It's because our judges probate 60% of them. That's why. And even when they violate the conditions of their probations that are put on them by these judges, what happens to them when they're brought back to court to be revoked? 56% of them are reprobated. Punishment for committing crimes is less and less of a consequence for committing crimes in Kentucky. Most repeat offenders have absolutely no fear of our laws or the court system. Zero. And why should they really? These days, the risk of punishment is the lowest I can ever remember in my history as a prosecutor. That's thanks to our legislature. The most effective strategy we can employ is to arrest, convict, and incarcerate these repeat predatory criminal offenders and keep them there as long as we can. The proper criminal justice policy choices places the rights of victims and honest citizens at the center. If that's not the central focus of our crime-fighting strategy, then our justice system is doomed and it becomes nothing but a system for criminals. You know, it's hard to commit a crime while you're in prison. I'm Ray the DA and this is Straight Talk, and I'll see you next time.